sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I...
The division is in question. We were talking 6 days ago, we're talking about the number 1 seed. We're talking about home field advantage in the playoffs. We're talking about Super Bowl odds. All of a sudden, the NFC East isn't even a given.
I know you booked your hotel in Santa Clara. Yeah, and the Cowboys are just like the Eagles do not look like a confident team right now.
How could they be?
I mean, they don't look like there's no juice there. But you watch the Cowboys, you watch the Bears, and they're teams that play like they believe in what they're doing. I mean, the Cowboys are dangerous.
Yeah. It would still be difficult for the Cowboys to overtake them, but it's now no longer like impossible.
Yeah, what are they, 6-5-1?
Mm-hmm.
So they have 5 games left. So
if nothing else, they're putting a little bit of pressure on them.
So, I mean, the Eagles need to get to 12, and I'm not sure they can do that. Assuming the Cowboys win out, the Eagles would have to go 4-2. I don't know. I don't see a 4-2 team out there.
I don't either. Yep.
Ooh, and we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny DeMoore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing? And listen, it is time for the yearly Eagles collapse. There's a reason why this organization has 2 Super Bowl wins in 60-plus years, because down the stretch, down the road, down the line, they are going to stumble before they cross the finish line, man. And they are doing that, in spectacular fashion right now. Like they were just saying on the clip. A couple days ago, rewind, they had their eyes planted on the number 1 seed. They were talking about home field advantage throughout the course of the playoffs. They were talking about getting a bye. They was talking about Super Bowl. And damn it, this is a team that has lost both of their last games. The Dallas Cowboys have won 3 in a row, and there is now only a 1.5 game difference in between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. So what I'm here to tell y'all early this Saturday morning, as y'all slide through the drive-through in the liquor store, with your money ready to get you a big ass bottle of Hennessy or whatever other beverage you like to enjoy, I'm here to tell you that the NFC East is still alive and well. That shit is not dead. It came back and it resurrected like Lazarus. It came back like a phoenix out of the ashes. And listen, if the Cowboys suck so bad, why have we not lost since we got the big gangster Quentin Williams on the team? Like, I don't give a damn what nobody say. In my mind, the Dallas Cowboys are 3-0. If you look back and you watch the film of that earlier team, that ain't even the same goddamn squad. We got 6 new starters on defense right now that are different from week 1. The Davian Clowney was not here week 1. Quentin Williams was not here week 1. The Marvin Overshawn was not here week 1. Revel was not here week 1. Logan Wilson was not here week 1. Kalen Carson was not here week 1. We are a new, fully rejuvenated team, and we ain't lost yet. And listen, you are about 45 years old. If your best insult is cowgirl, and I want to tell you this, you seem like a pussy. There are plenty of cowgirls, like actual women that are cowhands, that will probably beat the fuck out you. So that is not really an insult, because you ain't from really, you can't be from the South if you think a cowgirl is like some offensive slur or some shit. Like, there are some tough, hard-nosed women out here wrangling some shit, and they will beat your fucking ass. So a guy named Hunter Trent, 2015, would probably get his ass whooped by a cowgirl. And he damn sure can't fuck with a picture of a cowboy. So pray for Hunter, and hopefully his nuts drop and he can win that fight with his old lady. Because he seems like he in an abusive relationship with his bitch right now. It seems like you get out of line, you don't fix your girl plate, she gonna black your eye, nigga. You out here getting punched on by your old lady, man. You got 100 pounds on her. You living in fear in your own house with your old lady because you a hoe. But God bless America, though, man. We gonna pray, for Hunter, and we gonna send his ass, the domestic violence hotline. He need to call them people to get out that house and get out that abusive relationship, man. We know who wears the pants in the house. It is not Hunter. That's why he came in here so aggressive. Cowgirls. Like, nah, your old lady beating your ass right now. But anyway, salute to Anthony in the building, man. He done hit me with a 5-piece, man. He said, this uncut content, guys. Let's pay like we want these. Facts. Thanks for the content, Henny. Thank you for the love, man. I appreciate it. God bless the brother Anthony Hughes. And listen, if y'all also want to bless the liquor store, if y'all want to go out your way and help keep the lights on, the super chats are open. Me and Landlord went a very long time without, being monetized. That's behind us now. So if you want to send super chat, you can do so. If you want to send Cash App, you can do so. And matter of fact, to make it easy for you, I'm gonna put the Cash App, down there in the comment box. So if you want to Cash App, so we can stay uncut. We ain't got no sponsors. We ain't gotta, toe no lines. I can say what the fuck I want to on here. I can cuss. I can talk bad about the trolls in the chat box. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of being independent. The beauty of being independent, is you can do what the fuck you want to do on your own show. You know what I mean? So let's keep that energy going. I'm gonna drop the Cash App in here. Boom. For donations, and we Gucci. See, Hunter don't listen. I know Hunter in an abusive relationship. Hunter ain't even got no good comebacks. Hunter traumatized. Hunter going through PTSD right now. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing he got. You were lucky. Chiefs are better. Y'all lucky. This is weak. This is weak rage bait, Hunter. This is weak rage bait. It makes me wonder where your heart and your spirit at. It makes me wonder where your nuts is at. I ain't gonna do Hunter too bad. He really might be going through some shit, so I ain't gonna do Hunter like that, man. He said his wife told him to sit down when he pee and he better not slam the toilet seat. Is crazy. Ah, shit. Man, let's go ahead and talk about it, though, man. As you saw from the first clip when we slid in here, Eagles Nation is in shambles. And if you missed the clip, I'm finna play it for you one more again, and we're gonna get into the content.
The division is in question. We were talking 6 days ago, we're talking about the number 1 seed. We're talking about home field advantage in the playoffs. We're talking about Super Bowl odds. All of a sudden, the NFC East isn't even a given.
I know you booked your hotel in Santa Clara. Yeah, and the Cowboys are just like the Eagles do not look like a confident team right now.
How could they be?
I mean, they don't look like there's no juice there. But you watch the Cowboys, you watch the Bears, and they're teams that play like they believe in what they're doing. I mean, the Cowboys are dangerous.
Yeah. It would still be difficult for the Cowboys to overtake them, but it's now no longer like impossible.
Yeah, what are they, 6-5-1?
Mm-hmm.
So they have 5 games left. So
if nothing else, they're putting a little bit of pressure on them.
So I mean, the Eagles need to get to 12, and I'm not sure they can do that. Assuming the Cowboys win out, the Eagles would have to go 4-2. I don't know. I don't see a 4-2 team out there.
I don't either. Yeah.
And they pretty much explained the dynamic right there, man, in the, because of this situation, because you got your ass whooped, on Black Friday in front of the world, because your card declined, because you ain't shit, the NFC East is wide open for the Dallas Cowboys to come in and try to overtake y'all, And let's just talk about, what has to happen down the line for the Dallas Cowboys to win the NFC East. Right? 'Cause they explained it, but let's go into a little bit more detail right now. Let's go into a little bit more detail right now, to just elaborate on what needs to happen, down the stretch. I mean, hey, Jeremy, most people didn't think the Dallas Cowboys would win against the Eagles. Most people didn't think the Dallas Cowboys would win against the Kansas City Chiefs. So with our remaining schedule, who else are we supposed to be scared of? Playing the way that we are playing, being a hot team, an explosive offense, and an improved defense, who are we scared of? Nobody. So anyway, if the Cowboys win out and the Eagles lose twice, Dallas wins the NFC East and extends the streak of a different division champion, that's been going on for 21 years. You know what I'm saying? And remember, the reason why that is possible is at 11-5-1, the Dallas Cowboys would have a better overall record than any and all 11-6 teams. So at 11-5-1, the Dallas Cowboys would actually be considered an 11.5 win and a 5.5 loss team. 11.5 is more than 11. So the Dallas Cowboys, the first and most important tiebreaker when determining playoffs is overall record. And the Dallas Cowboys will have a better overall record than any and all 11-6 teams by making it, to 11-5-1. And Hunter, since you are 10, I'm going to cuss you out like a grown man, though, so you can be ready for the real life. If you don't get your dick-pulling, gay, fugazi, bastard, unloved ass out my chat box needing attention, and go kiss on your mama and her dick-sucking ass lips and get the fuck out my chat box, something ugly going to happen to your ass, man. If you is 10, I hope your ass never grow past 4 feet tall. If you is 10, I hope you get bullied every day and shoved into a locker. If you is 10, I hope that the girl that you really like, your first crush, I hope that hoe give you herpes, nigga. I hope she kiss you right on the lips and give you herpes, you little bastard. So anyway, we gonna excommunicate Hunter hoe ass from the chat box, cause you annoying. You ain't gonna ever grow up to be shit. So we out of there. Holla at Hunter. He probably just a troll. But either way, fuck Hunter. His mama ain't raised him right. And I'm surprised y'all let that hoe ass nigga stay around as long as y'all did. Y'all slacking, shoot all the hoe niggas. This is not a democracy. Hoe niggas do not get a voice in my chat box. Faggot ass niggas don't get a voice in my chat box. Unloved orphans and bastards do not get love in my chat box. If they come in here saying stupid shit, you bust they motherfucking head. You bust they motherfucking head to the white meat. We ain't got time for no hating, pocket watching, dusty, broke, stupid, uneducated, shit-eating hoes. We on the move, nigga. We going to the playoffs. Fuck what they talking about. If they wanted to stop us, you should have told them hoe-ass niggas to line it up and beat us. You should have told them hoe-ass niggas to line it up and beat us, nigga. And guess what? You can't. You hoe-ass nigga would hate watching. You would hate watching so hard, you couldn't even see that your team wasn't shit. You would hate watching too goddamn hard, nigga. The hate watch failed. The hate watch failed, hoe-ass nigga. Get your shit together. Get your shit together, nigga. So like I was saying, before a bitch-ass nigga named Hunter, who ain't never hunted in his life because he a hoe, ain't gonna kill shit or let shit die, came to my chat box talking crazy. Let's get back to what we were talking about. So anyway. Alright, so the Dallas Cowboys at 11-5-1 would be better than any 11-16 because of the tiebreaker. The tiebreaker counts for a half a win and a half a loss. It counts for a half a win and a half a loss. So the Dallas Cowboys will be considered an 11.5 win team. 11.5 is better than 11. Right? So if we win out, we will probably get in. Because at that point, only a 12-win team can keep the Dallas Cowboys, out of the playoffs. Right? So let's continue. Cowboys schedule. We play the Lions, the Vikings, the Chargers, and we end with the Commanders and the Giants. The Eagles still have games against the Chargers. They got 2 games against the Commanders, and they also have to go to Buffalo, who will probably be in a must-win situation, towards the end of the season. So what I'm saying to you is, if the Dallas Cowboys, don't worry about it, Biggie. Listen, Biggie already dead, so we're just gonna send Biggie back to where Biggie was. We went ahead and killed Biggie again. So I'm not even finna trip. Bye-bye. My wife came out the room and gave me that look, told me I can't be putting my foot in your ass this early in the morning, so don't worry about it. I'm a politely, just get you out of here. So anyway, and let's move forward, right? The more games that the Eagles lose, the more of a cushion it gives the Dallas Cowboys. So for example, right, as it stands right now, the Dallas Cowboys need to win out and the Eagles need to lose 2. But let's say the Eagles lose more than 2. Let's say the Eagles, really ain't shit. They're spiraling. They got some internal conflict going on. Let's say they lose some games they ain't got no business losing. Let's say they actually end up losing 3. Like, there's 2 realistic games they can lose left on their schedule. Let's say these motherfuckers actually lose 3 of them bitches. Well, at that point, the Dallas Cowboys would be allowed to lose 1 of the final 5. So instead of having to go, 5-0, the Dallas Cowboys could go 4-1 and still win a division if the Eagles lose 3 games. And, of course, that increases. If the Eagles lose 4 games down the stretch, the Dallas Cowboys would then be allowed to lose 2. If the Eagles fucked around and they just stop winning altogether, they don't win another game, then the Dallas Cowboys could have a losing record down the stretch. The Dallas Cowboys will only need 2 more wins if the Eagles lost out. So those are all the scenarios. Now, the most likely scenario is that the Dallas Cowboys will have to win all 5 of the final games to get to 11-5-1, force the Eagles to win 4 of their final 5, or 4 of their final 6, however many they got left. So that's the most likely scenario. Dallas Cowboys keep winning. They're on a roll. They're on a hot streak. They're getting better. If they keep winning and they get to 11-5-1, that is the best, case scenario, for the division. But I want y'all to understand, the road to salvation is really the same path, right? Because remember, speaking of being 11-5-1, there are other teams left out there that if you get to 11-5-1, it will probably prevent them, from making it to the postseason. The Seahawks, for example, are currently 8-3. They have games left against the Vikings, the Falcons, the Colts, the Rams, and the 49ers. So let's say the Seattle Seahawks lose, let's say the Seattle Seahawks lose 3 of their final 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say the Seattle Seahawks lose 3 of their final 6 games. Let's see. They're currently 8-3. Right. So yeah, they lose 3 of their final 6 games. They would then be forced, to miss the playoffs if the Dallas Cowboys went out, because them being 11-6 is not a better record than the Dallas Cowboys being, 11-5-1. Right? Same thing with the 49ers. The 49ers play the Browns, they play the Titans, they play the Colts, they play the Bears, and they play the Seahawks. Right? The Packers, they're going to play the Bears twice. They play the Broncos, they play the Ravens, and they play the Vikings. The Eagles, as we mentioned, play the Chargers, the Raiders, the Commanders, the Bills, and then the Commanders again. So a point that I'm trying to make is if the Dallas Cowboys win out, there's going to be at least one team that does not get to 12 wins. It has to be a team that doesn't make it to 12 wins, because most of these motherfuckers play each other. Most of them play each other. So the 49ers, boom. Matter of fact, let's look at everybody, current win-loss column right now. NFL playoff picture. right, let's go to the NFC. All right. There are currently only 2 9-win teams in the NFL. The Rams and the Chicago Bears. And then, of course, the Eagles have 8 wins. The Seattle Seahawks have 8 wins. Green Bay has 8 wins. Right? That's how it sits right now. San Francisco has 8 wins. Boom. All right. Dallas Cowboys are sitting at 6 wins right now. So, let's say, and there's 6 games left. All right. So let's say one of these teams loses 4 of the final 6. If one of these teams lose 4 of their final 6 games, the Dallas Cowboys at that point could possibly, jump them at 10-6-1. That's why we're still alive, because we have the tie. We're on a hot streak. We have a favorable schedule down the stretch. So we're still alive. The NFC East is still alive for the Dallas Cowboys, and the wild card spot is still alive for the Dallas Cowboys. But it all starts with controlling what you can control. I can't control, what these other teams do. I can't control, who collapses first. I can't control who ends up with tiebreakers. I can't control, who gets injured or who does what and who did. None of that. My boy, don't say shit like that. You're going to be a one-nut bandit. You're going to be a one-nut bandit, Fifth River Rat, because the odds of the Dallas Cowboys making the playoffs is pretty good. At this point, it's pretty good. So don't do that to yourself. Please don't do that to yourself. Matter of fact, even a team like the Chicago Bears, right? They're already at 9 wins, but they got one of the toughest schedules down the stretch. You know what I mean? Like the Chicago Bears got a tough-ass schedule down the stretch. So even while the Bears are sitting at 9 wins, they are not safe. They could fall out of the playoff race depending on what the fuck happens. Because they got a gauntlet at the end of the season. I might have to put it up as a visualizer. Yeah, it's updated. The Eagles already have losses. They already got 4 losses, I think. So let's see. Let me get this uploaded in here because I want to show you this visual, just so y'all can understand what I mean by saying like the Bears is just not completely safe. You know what I mean? Because there's some shit that can go down with them too. Like they're sitting pretty right now, but they might have the toughest schedule left, and they gotta get to 2 wins. They gotta get 2 more wins, to get to 11 wins. Hold on, let me get this pulled up. Y'all bear with me, because I want y'all to see this shit. Like, they did a great job up to this point. The Bears have done a great job. I'm not trying to take anything away from the Bears. But let me show y'all this. Jay Recruiter said the Bears are the Cowboys with less talent on offense. I wonder if I will use that personally. Let's see. Let me put this in the show real quick. Boom, photo library. All right. It's loading in. Y'all give it 2 seconds. All right. So here's a visualization of the Bears' remaining schedule. Sunday, December the 7th, they go to Green Bay and play the Packers. All right, cool. They play the Browns, who are one of the best defenses in the National Football League. And, I'm not saying that the Browns are great now. But what I am saying is there's no guarantees when you play a defense that good. They back though, and they got to play the Packers again, who going to travel to them. They then got to go and play the 49ers, and then they close out with the Lions. So, they got 4 teams currently in the playoff hunt out their final 5. Remember, if they only get to 10 wins, so let's say they do beat the Browns, but they lose to everybody else down the stretch. They lose to the Packers twice. They lose to the 49ers. They lose to the Lions to close out the season. At 10-6, the Dallas Cowboys will get in over them at 10-5-1. Right? So that's the thing that I'm saying. Like, just because some of these teams are ahead of us, a lot of these teams have a much tougher road than we do. The Dallas Cowboys, should be favored in every other game except for Detroit and the Chargers. Those are the 2 teams the Dallas Cowboys really got to lock in to play their A game against, regardless of injuries, regardless of anything. Because they got decent talent, they got decent coaching. Like, I'm not saying it's going to be an easy out. There's no such thing as layups in the National Football League. But I like our chances, going down the stretch. You're catching Detroit at the right time. The Chargers got to come to you. And then the Vikings, the Commanders, and the Giants, while they are NFC rivals, and the Giants and the Commanders are NFC East rivals, they're not particularly good teams right now. You know what I mean? So never look over anybody. Never take anything for granted. But I like the Dallas Cowboys' chances, man. They got a real solid opportunity laid out in front of them. And it all starts by handling your own damn business. It all starts by, winning your games. So that's what I want y'all to do. I don't give a damn about no hate watch. I don't want y'all hate watching these niggas. I don't want y'all giving that your energy. I want y'all trying to brainstorm ways for the Dallas Cowboys to beat their opponent every week. Find metrics, find stats, send players words of encouragement, tell them you believe in them, pray for them. Positive energy for the Dallas Cowboys down the stretch, man. Positive energy for the Dallas Cowboys down the stretch. Let them know that we believe. Let them know that we right there with them. Fuck a hate watch. Fuck hoping for the downfall of these other teams. Because if we don't handle our own business, none of that shit matters. None of that shit matters unless the Dallas Cowboys handle their own business, man. So that's what I wanted to tell y'all this morning, man. Make sure that we handle our own business. And us as fans, we also have another obligation. And this is not playoff related. We have an obligation to our players who have performed to send their ass to the Pro Bowl. Now, whether they actually go or not, because they are busy that week at the Super Bowl or some shit, or maybe they just are older and don't want to go. Maybe they old and they want to get right back to rehab at the end of the season, right? It's still good to have the accolade on their resume. Because when you get to the end of somebody's career and you start talking about Hall of Fame and you start talking about Ring of Honor and you start talking about this and that, these little Pro Bowl nods, add a layer to that story for them. So guys that deserve it and earned it, vote for them. And you can vote as many times as you want. You know that Dak Prescott has been one of the best quarterbacks in the league this year. But he's probably not going to win MVP with the way that the other side of the ball played early on. He's probably not going to win Comeback Player of the Year over Christian McCaffrey. Because there's a narrative there. There's a story there with Christian McCaffrey that they can vote for and get behind. He might not even make an all-pro nod, depending on how they vote and how much they consider, the regular season win-loss column. But Dak has been one of the best quarterbacks in the league. We can at least, support him by getting him to the Pro Bowl. Javonte Williams is a guy that overcame all kinds of adversity. You don't think that extra little incentive in his contract for making a Pro Bowl nod, you don't think that little bit of money would help that young man? who ain't never got no huge contract in the National Football League? You don't think that George Pickens deserved it after what he's done for your offense and how he's revitalized, the wide receiver 2 position? When we've had years of trying to depend on Jalen Tolbert, and we had years of trying to depend on, Brandon Cooks, the flying body catcher. We had years of trying to depend on Michael Gallup after the ACL surgery. Like, we got to reward some of our guys, man, for what they done. You know what I'm saying? All 3 of your offensive linemen have deserved it. Quentin Williams, what he's done for your defense, he deserves it. So vote your guys into the Pro Bowl, man. Vote your guys into the Pro Bowl. And matter of fact, hell, I'll get out this motherfucker and put the link in this bitch. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, let me see if I can put the link in the chat box. Hold on. And I agree with you. Cuz said, watch how much better Trayvon Diggs play coming back. I think he coming back to get his starting position back. I think that Trayvon Diggs will greatly benefit from this new front. They've been able to pressure the quarterback on a much more consistent basis. They've been able to disrupt some things. And it definitely has helped young guys that's been out there playing. It's helped Siobhan Revel. It's helped Kalen Carson play better. So I can only imagine, what that will do, for somebody like Trayvon Diggs. And listen, if you want to vote and put your players into the Pro Bowl, I just put the link in there. All you got to do is log in to your NFL.com credentials, and you can vote as many times as you want for your players, man. Make sure we do our due diligence. Right? We can't sit here and say that we want our guys to play good and perform, yada, yada, all this and the third. We can't say that we want them to perform and then we don't reward them, for the hard work they put in, man. Hey, salute to DeAndre Carter in the building with the cash out. Thank you for the love and support, man. I appreciate you. It goes a long way. It helps me not have to eat Fugazios, on a daily basis. So thank you for your love and support, man. Thank you for rocking out with your boy Henny the way that you've been rocking out with me, man. That's love right there. He said, is Diggs going to tell her what really happened? Probably not. Matter of fact, I don't think the Dallas Cowboys want Diggs to tell you what really happened. If anybody wanted that news to come out, it would have came out right now. We know that the Dallas Cowboys is a $1 billion, entity. Maybe it's something so crazy they don't want the bad press. Maybe they're protecting Trayvon Diggs. Maybe they're protecting themselves. Who knows? But if it was something, it would have came out if they wanted it out. You know what I'm saying? It would have leaked by now if they really wanted it out. So I don't think we'll ever know what really happened. Unless Trey just feels like he should say it and he's been waiting to get healthy. Yeah, and I agree. It's been so long, I don't care. Whatever happened, Trey, just go out there and get some interceptions, nigga. Go out there, get some interceptions, get some PBUs. Help the team win. I don't think we should dwell on it. We got way too much stuff going on right now, man. Everything is a goal for the Dallas Cowboys right now. Everything is looking up for the Dallas Cowboys. I just want Trey to come in and have an opportunity to be a part of the winning. Because I know that Trey is a ball hawk. I know that Trey is one of the best guys in turning the ball over in the National Football League. I know that he will benefit, from an improved pass rush. I know that he will benefit from more man-to-man coverage. I know that he will benefit from more 5-man pressures and 6-man pressures. And, the Dallas Cowboys eating their grits like he asked them to do earlier on, in the season. So, I ain't got no doubts about it. What up, DJ? Yeah, probably so, Calvin. Who knows? Probably so. And salute to DJ for sliding in, man. Thank you for tapping in and showing love to the liquor store. So, yeah, man, I'm not tripping on what happened with Trey. I just want Trey to come back, You know Clarence ass gonna ask, cause Clarence messy like that. I love Clarence Hill though, but Clarence always gonna ask the crazy questions, and he's so tenured. They're not gonna do anything about it when he asks the question. You know, he's still gonna be there. You know what I mean? And you know, you gotta have journalists like that. That aren't afraid. You gotta have journalists that ask the hard questions, man. You can't always throw players and owners and coaches softballs. You like sometimes you gotta ask the real questions. But yeah, if you're just now joining us and you're just now coming in, this entire show was dedicated to show how the Dallas Cowboys can get their ass into the playoffs. And pretty much to summarize it, it's pretty simple. If the Dallas Cowboys get to 11-5-1, the Dallas Cowboys most likely, lock in a playoff spot. At 11-5-1, the Dallas Cowboys get in over any 11-16. At 11-6-1, the Dallas Cowboys get in over any 10-17. Right? Because the tie counts for a half a win and a half a loss. At 11-5-1, you're really an 11.5 win team. So you would be a better team than an 11 win team. At 10 wins, you're really a 10.5 win team, and you'll be a better team than a standard 10 win team. Right? Going down the stretch, if the Eagles lose 2 and you win out, you then will have the ability to win the division right out. If the Eagles lose 3 and you only lose 1, you will still have the ability to win out. And thank my brother Donald Holmes for tapping in and showing love, man. He said, "What's going down, Henny? Checking in for the win." And listen, y'all, we are still promoting, manifestation inside the liquor store. Right? We still manifesting. We still pushing. Mostly, because landlord called us out, right? But we got a new tactic to the manifestation. Instead of 6 sixes, we are doing straight up, 7s. Because 7 is the number of completion. The Lord made the world in 6 days and rested on the 7th. And it is viewed as a number of completion. So the Dallas Cowboys, we started the journey. Now, we must finish the journey. We must finish what we started. We started the journey to these championships. Now we must finish. So I need y'all to put 7 championship trophies in the chat box. Put 7 shot glasses in the chat box. Share the content 7 times. When you donate at least $7. We are using the power of manifestation right now in the liquor store to will us to not 1, but 2 championships, man, for the Dallas Cowboys. And salute to Lee Bell for the cash out, helping us manifest in the building, man. Thank you for the love and thank you for the support. I appreciate your headhunter. You's a real one, and I thank you for coming in and supporting the liquor store so that we can stay uncut and we can cuss out whole niggas and bitch niggas that slide into the chat trying to disrespect the Cowboys when they dick suckers don't deserve to even mutter our names. So salute to headhunter for the support. Beethoven with the shot glasses. What's up, man? Drell Carter with the championship trophies. Thank you for supporting. Devon Overton with the championship trophies. Thank you for supporting. Himothy with the shot glasses. 7 of them things. Thank you for supporting. Salute to everybody out there in the chat box, man. We trying to manifest this championship over here in Dallas Cowboys Nation. Because listen, we don't have it in our hands, but it's within arm's reach. All we got to do is reach out and take it. All we got to do is reach out and take it. And listen, if we keep the main thing, like your quarterback was talking about, because every single day right now is a must-win game for the Dallas Cowboys. So we're not going to sit on some high because of this win. We know they got another test coming next week. All that really does is give us more confidence because every single game is a must-win because of the hole they dug themselves in. Adversity is a blessing, Adversity is a privilege. Adversity builds character. Adversity builds calluses. And right now, we are on the cusp of the Dallas Cowboys having scars, being battle tested, having war wounds, having war stories. They are on the cusp of being a team that you don't want to see down the stretch. They are on the cusp of doing something special. They are on the cusp of making it to the playoffs. Salute to Alvin with the Cash App, man. He said, much love from KC, tapping in the Chiefs' ass. Salute to Alvin, helping us keep the lights on in the liquor store so we can stay unadulterated, unfiltered, and unhinged in the liquor store. So you can listen to the drunk ravings of a madman from his kitchen as we talk Dallas Cowboys content, man. Salute to Alvin in the building, showing love, showing up, and showing out. Thank you for coming in and rocking with your boy Henny, man. What my boy say? Just got to make the playoffs in order to have a shot. So, yeah, I agree. Yeah, listen. The most important thing is getting into the dance, man. The most important thing is getting into the dance. But let me ask you a real question. Let me ask y'all a real deal Holyfield question. Do y'all want to see this? If I'm any other team in the NFC, seeing this energy from this team, do you want to play these niggas? Yo, do y'all want to play these guys right here?
Listen up. Hey, how about those last 4 days? How about those last 4 days? The heartbeat of this football team is different. I'm going to say that again. The heartbeat of you men, this team is different. And I'm so proud. I will fight with you guys anytime, any place. Hey, listen up. Hey, we're going to start with the sacks. You ready? Here we go. Davey Clowney has sack. Yeah. Dante Fowler has sack. Yeah. Davey Clowney has another sack. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Touchdowns. Dak hit past CD. Yeah. Malik Davis 43 on Hey, and then he made a tackle on the next kickoff. Hey, Dak had a touchdown pass to Javonte. Yeah. And then Dak had a touchdown pass to GP. Yeah. Brandon Aubrey had a 26-yard field goal. Yeah. Brandon Aubrey had a 36-yard field goal. Yeah. And then Brandon Aubrey had a 49-yard field goal. Yeah. And the Cowboys win.
Yeah. Now come on now. You want to play a team with energy like that? And kudos to Shotty, man. Kudos to Shotty right now, man. Because listen, nobody is above criticism. You know, I've been critical of Shotty at different points in time, but y'all can't say that he don't have them bought in. Y'all can't say that he ain't got them locked in with everything that's going on this season. They traded Michael Parsons days before the Dallas Cowboys season opener. Days before then. You lost a player. A tragedy happened. Could have shattered the locker room. But what did he do? He brought them together. They're on a win streak. They're buying into competition every day. He set he set Jadon Blue down and brought Malik Davis up and elevated Malik Davis running back too. And he's shown that if you work your ass off and you compete, that you can play for the Dallas Cowboys. And who ain't willing to play for somebody like that, man? Who ain't willing to give it a day off for somebody like that? Well, all I got to do is show up and show out, and you reward me for my hard work and my efforts. That's a coach. And I'm fucking with Shotty, man. I'm fucking with Shotty. And that's why I believe, man. That's why I believe everybody on this roster, your mama gonna choke, nigga. Your mama gonna choke on 8 inches of BBC, nigga. That's what the fuck gonna happen. Your mama gonna choke on some dick, nigga. on camera because she a freak hoe and she like it like that. Shut your bitch ass up coming in the chat box talking, nigga. Your mama gonna choke like she always do. Now go dig your daddy up, bitch. Fuck out my chat box. We ain't born no plex, nigga. We ain't born no plex for no hoe niggas. We gonna talk bad to them, we gonna get them out of here, nigga. It's about us right now. It's about us right now, damn it. He said, gotta clock back in, but shout out to all my Cowboys family. Y'all be safe and lock in. We fixing to give the NFL a ride. We gonna beat the fuck out of all them niggas, man. We gonna beat the fuck out of all them niggas. Line it up and let's see who the best team is, man. Line it up. That's how I feel right now. That's how I feel right now. I feel like I want to go play for Shotty. I'm not even going to even repeat that freaked out ass shit that you said. We're just going to get your ass the fuck out of here. No. Diddy likes to party, and you have to tell him no. No Diddy, no Diddy. Diddy, no Diddy. Diddy, no Diddy, no. See, that done shook me all the way back. We just had to quietly get you the fuck out the chat box. I don't know what kind of diabolical bullshit y'all niggas on at. My nigga said it's 7:30. Okay. You on the West Coast. That's my boy Elijah. What's up with you, man? And yeah, fuck Philly. Because it's actually 9:38 where I'm at right now. So it's more than enough time to cuss people out. You know, they done had their breakfast. You know, they done rolled over. Hopefully they done washed their ass this morning. There's a lot of funky ass grown people at 9:38 in the morning right now. They have not washed their ass. You know, they done been farting in the bed all night. You know, wet ass farts. So they probably got dingleberries in their ass right now, man. You know, so there's a lot of funky ass people early this morning that ain't washed their ass, brushed their teeth, ate breakfast, or did shit, but jump into a Dallas Cowboys stream to hate. Because their lives is miserable and God does not really love them like that. So they want to come and take it out on the world. But listen, we happy. We are happy. You know, we're doing good things over here. We have hope. We have ambition. We have aspirations. Just like we do in the real world. So I'm not going to let no hating ass nigga, you know, steal our joy. I'm not going to let it happen. We ride until the wheels fall off. No matter what happens, we going to be in this chat box cussing niggas out. If we win, we will be in this chat box cutting people out. If we lose, we'll be in this chat box cussing people out. He said, yo, Bears fan here. Just want to say that I think Eberflus got the defense building something. Because listen, Eberflus had me fucked up to start the season, bro. I ain't going to hold you. I was not impressed by what I saw from Eberflus at the start of the season. You know, I thought that the zone coverages were way too soft. Also, shout out to Donald Holmes too, man. I don't know if I said it, but I did receive your Cash App. I appreciate you. You said that you appreciate me. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you for what you've done for me. You've been a big time supporter. Time and time again, you help keep the lights on in the liquor store, you know, out the kindness of your own heart. So I appreciate you for everything that you do, you know, in the space, Donald Holmes. You was a real one. Thank you for always supporting the real and, you know, empowering us to do the things that we do on this platform, man. Because without the donations, without the views, without the shares, you know, without the interactions, you know, this channel could not grow and would not grow. So I appreciate, you know, everybody that's been supporting me, man. You know, we almost at 4,000 subs. You know, tell a friend to sub up to the liquor store. You know, tell a foe, really. I don't care. If they hate the Dallas Cowboys, they can come in here and rock with us as long as they ain't disrespectful. You know what I mean? My boy say Henny stream like a Baptist preacher who still kick it with the guy Saturday night over a few glasses of shot. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Also, Demone with the Cash App said, fuck them dog shit Eagles. My hand twitching. He want to slap a nigga right now. He want to slap an Eagles fan because they deserve it. They did all that hating. They did all that plotting, all that watching just to see us win. They did all that hating just to watch us prosper and they team, the bottom over there falling out. The wide receivers over there hate Jalen Hurts' guts. They don't want to play with that nigga no more. You ain't never heard that about my quarterback. My quarterback gets his wide receivers paid. Randall Cobb be in the middle of interviews about marriage and shit, and he just stop and say, you know what, Dak Prescott as a elite quarterback, I love Dak. He be doing interviews about whole other stuff. Some that don't even be about football. Some that be about finances and stuff. And he like, you know what? Speaking of finances, Dak Prescott got me paid. You know, I love Dak Prescott. Like Randall Cobb, at any given opportunity, just stops and say how much he loved Dak Prescott. You know what I'm saying? CeeDee Lamb love him some Dak Prescott. He got him a bag. George Pickens love him some Dak Prescott. Amari Cooper said that Dak Prescott helped save his career. So I don't know about y'all, but my quarterback, my wide receivers love my quarterback. You know, that's irony. You know, that's irony. He said the Chiefs fans saying refs was on our side. The Chiefs. The Chiefs. Okay. That's that's hypocrisy, nigga. That's hypocrisy in its highest and truest form. The Chiefs have the nerve to complain about the refs. When we seen them hand games over for Patrick Mahomes in the past. They wanted to do it this game. They wanted to throw a roughing call for hitting Patrick Mahomes in the field of play. You know how crazy it was they even threw the flag? No. We're not having this conversation with them. We're not having that conversation with them. Said the Dallas Cowboys broke the Eagles. I feel you. Oh shit, my bad, bro. He said, man, you stay saying some of the funniest ass shit, bro. I just tuned in and all I heard was you saying hoe ass nigga, this hoe ass nigga, your mother sucked BBC. And I got my grandson with me, man. Shit. My apologies. I didn't want the youngsters to hear that. My apologies. But they were coming in here talking about the Dallas Cowboys gonna choke. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. Don't do that. We barring no plex today. No disrespect, no hate for the Dallas Cowboys will be tolerated. Because what I hate the most is when we're happy, folks don't want us to be happy. They want us miserable like they fan base is. Unlike they fan base who are miserable at 8-4. And they hate their teams at 8-4. They hate their team right now. Or 8-3, whatever the fuck it is. Or however many losses they have. I think it's 8-4. They're miserable. They want to fire their offensive coordinator. We got some of that fan base divided on if they even like Jalen Hurts anymore. Twitter is a crazy place. You know what I'm saying? We're happy. You know what I'm saying? We knew this defense was bad a majority of the year. The fact that we're even in the playoff hunt after how this season started and all of the debacles that gone on, this is a building block going forward. We might make the playoffs and make a run for the Super Bowl. We might not. But even if we don't, you know, we are in position to compete for a championship next year. So there's nothing but hope and optimism on this side. Like, everything on our end is good. Our quarterback can still throw the ball. CeeDee Lamb is still CeeDee Lamb. We're going to keep George Pickens. We got Quentin Williams on a long-term deal. Like, he's not due for another contract till 2028. Kenny Clark is under contract. We just signed Osa. If we want to keep Diggs, we can. We can just restructure his contract. Bland is under contract. River got 3 years left on a rookie deal. You know, Donovan Izaraku got 3 years left on a rookie deal. Jane Houston has another year left on his contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're in position. Most of our guys are accounted for. We got 1 or 2 guys that we need to sign, you know, namely George Pickens and our kicker, and we're ready to compete. We got 3 first-round picks the next 2 years. We got 2 this year. So let's say the only free agent moves you make are George Pickens and Brandon Aubrey, and then you sign some Marshall guys. You get some low graded defensive ends to rotate in, in free agency. You got 2 first-round picks. You can go get Bailey from Texas Tech. You can go get the Lane Mansour, the cornerback from LSU. You can go get Cassius Howell from Texas A&M. You could go and get a premier pass rusher. Maybe somebody stupid and they let Orville Reese fall to you. Who knows? The people don't know how to draft these days, right? Either way, you have the assets to put premium picks on the defensive side of the ball if you don't want to go the route and spend a lot of free agency because you signed George Pickens. You know what I mean? The Dallas Cowboys have options. The Dallas Cowboys are set up to compete. The Dallas Cowboys might fuck around, go on a Cinderella run, and win it this year. Right? Who knows? But I do know this. The Dallas Cowboys are in way better position, than anybody would have thought to start the season. You got Quentin Williams. George Pickens is being viewed as one of the best wide receivers in the National Football League. This defense is greatly improving. They'll be better because this is only the first year in the system. Like this scheme overall will be better next year just off the strength of it being year 2. Just off the strength and the muscle of it being year 2. And listen, I'm gonna watch the film because I wasn't really sold on old buddy. But if I watch the film this year and he like that, and everything else on this team is fixed, if we got 2 first-round picks anyway, so we do the necessary things to improve this team, I don't mind. I love Javonte too, and if Javonte Williams don't want a whole bunch of money, we could bring him back. I still would draft somebody with like my 4th-round pick to pair with Javonte, but I don't mind drafting a running back. It's really about the player. Like, I don't really look at that positional shit like that. I know that it should matter, but it really matters to the team where they are at right now, currently with roster construction, and it's dependent on the player themselves. I'm not a big proponent of drafting tight end in the 1st round, but there's exceptions to every rule. Tyler Warren looks like he was worth a 1st-round pick. Brock Bowers looks like he was worth a 1st-round pick. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are exceptions to every rule. You know what I'm saying? So, like some folks say, don't draft running back in the 1st round. You wouldn't have had Ezekiel Elliott if you had that mind state. Adrian Peterson was worth the 1st-round pick that the Vikings spit on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's dependent on the player. Emmitt Smith was worth the 1st-round pick that the Dallas Cowboys spit on him. It's dependent on the player, and it's dependent on the construction of the team. If you got everything else, and you think you need to improve your running game to compete, spend a 1st-round pick. Yep, secondary help. There's a lot of ways the Dallas Cowboys can go about it. And that's the beautiful thing. Like, you don't even have to keep both your 1st-round picks. We can say fuck the draft and trade for one of the best defensive ends in the NFL. You got 2 1st-round picks this year, right? If you could fit everybody under the cap, say fuck them picks and trade your 2 1st-round picks, for Max Crosby or some shit. See if the Browns are willing to move Myles Garrett. You got 2 1st-round picks this year. See if you can package them up. If we get Myles Garrett, I don't give a fuck about the draft. We can wait all the way to the 4th round if we spend our first 2 picks on Myles Garrett, and you put Myles Garrett and and Quentin Williams on the same team. I know the cap hits is crazy, especially when you're talking about extending Pickens, but nigga, the window is now. Dak Prescott's not getting any younger. Like everything the Dallas Cowboys do has to be focused on winning, during the course of Dak Prescott's contract. Like after Dak Prescott is no longer a Dallas Cowboy, we will be in rebuild mode. Unless we have the big buddy system in place and we've already raised up a young quarterback that can step in immediately and help the Dallas Cowboys compete, your window is just while Dak Prescott is here. It's just while Dak Prescott is here. So I don't care about 2030. I don't care you got to push all the cap down to 2030 or push all the cap down to 2029. Like, once Dak Prescott no longer has the star on the side of his helmet and he's not your quarterback, it greatly hinders your ability to compete. Because you still need good quarterback play. Unless you got the Avengers, unless you got the best running back, the best offensive line, the best defense, and everything else under the sun, you're going to need a quarterback that can elevate the people around him. And Dak Prescott is that right now at this point of his career. He got all the control in the world at the line of scrimmage. He ain't got to check with his offensive line. He getting them set up. He's changing the protection. He changing the route combos if needed. He getting into man beaters, zone beaters. You're not getting that day one from a rookie quarterback. It's just way too complicated in the NFL. There's way too many things that you got to see. You know what I'm saying? So your window right now is while Dak Prescott is here. So go all in the next 2 or 3 years. Like, if Dak Prescott got 3 years left on the contract, you should be trying to put everything around Dak Prescott right now while Dak Prescott is still an all-pro caliber quarterback in order to compete. Because after Dak is gone and he either retires or he, moves on, into his Matthew Stafford era and he goes to a different organization to try and win, it's right now. So fuck them picks and fuck that cap space, right? Because you got to win right now while you got Dak Prescott, right? After Dak Prescott is gone, you can blow it up for all I care. You can figure out who you want to keep and blow it up, draft a quarterback and move on. But the moment Dak Prescott is gone, we just trying to get, to build a winning culture and shit again. That's all I'm thinking about. But if you want to win a Super Bowl, you want to compete in the postseason, you want to be a threat, you got to do that shit right now. Right the fuck now. So we got to move to maximize the last years of Dak Prescott's tenure with the Dallas Cowboys. That's how I feel right now. So fuck them picks, fuck the cap space. We got to go for it now. It's now or never. So yeah, man, it's been an hour though. Like, it don't even seem like it because I was having a great time sitting up this bitch talking crazy with y'all. But I do got things to do. Like, there's a lot of football on, so that means that Henny, the more finna make a lot of parlays. Like, I'm finna make some parlays. We finna try and get rich. We finna try and make it out the hood with this one. We finna try and make it out the hood with this one. And that's going to be dependent on what the Browns do. If the Browns don't think that Shador is their guy, you can reach out for him. But, if he helped them win games down the stretch, they're going to hold on to that boy for dear life. It's hard once you find a young quarterback that you like. They treat them better than listen, teams treat them motherfuckers better than they treat their own wives. It really be to death do you part with them motherfuckers. So, it is what it is. But thank y'all for everything. Thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for the support. On the way out, please hit the share button. Sharing is caring. And I care about y'all. So show me that y'all care back, man. Share the content. Hit the like button on the content if you ain't hit the like button on the content. It helps with the algorithm. If you got time to spin the block and you ain't doing nothing, you can hype this video after it airs. You can come back and hit the hype button, and that also helps, with the algorithm. It helps with the algorithm. Hit the Cash App on the way out. Hit the Super Chat on the way out. Slap the fuck out of an Eagles fan on the way out. So thank y'all for everything. Thank y'all for the support. Cowboys will end 11-5-1. Damn it. We ain't losing no more. That's the energy I'm coming with. We ain't fucking losing no more. And I'm out. God bless y'all, man. Enjoy your Saturday.